today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit Lions taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Like, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw is Goff. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. There's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 19 carries, 124 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now Gino on first down. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On first down, Smith. This is the tight end fan. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here we go now on first and goal. To throw is Smith. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now Smith on third and goal. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Geno now to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, it's Walker. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Out of the gun, Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Seahawks at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards remain on second down. Goff. Open man right side is Sharp. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Goff throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Goff on third and goal. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Badgley's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds, incomplete. The final shot here before break, Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the...
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Play action. It's Smith. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Goff now looks to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, Smith. Flush to his right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Off of play action. Here's Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing again is gone. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Lewis. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Smith on 1st down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, it's Smith. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Smith. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Buying time to his left. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Up the middle, it's Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw, Goff. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And now they're in the hurry up. To throw is Goff. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And out now come the Seahawks. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.